somehow, some way, the New York Knicks do it again. Somehow, some way. I mean, at some point, you just wonder if it's destiny, man. You just wonder if it's destiny. Jalen Brunson plays 6 minutes in the first half. OG Anunoby misses the final 15 minutes of the game. The Knicks are down double digits at halftime. And they find a way to win. I said it to start our game one video. Good teams find ways to win. Bad teams find ways to lose. And I think we've learned through the first 2 games of this series that the New York Knicks are a really good team. And I also think it speaks to the team's identity that you can win a game when you're probably not supposed to. And the Knicks have done that in game 1, they've done that in game 2, and now they're 2-0 heading to Indiana with a chance to steal one. You're up 2-0. Job's not finished. But man, it sure did feel good getting that win. I'm going to call that the win of the season. 6 minutes from Brunson. Hot in the first half, hobbled in that second half. OG Anunoby doesn't play in the fourth quarter. And every person that played contributed to that win. If you're hype about the win, hit that thumbs up icon for me, and let's go Knicks. Before we get to the game, we do need to talk about some injury news, and it just seems like this team continues to get snake bitten by injuries. OG Anunoby left in the third quarter with a hamstring injury that the New York Knicks PR account says is a sore hamstring. That wasn't a sore hamstring. Look, it is what it is. That, I don't want to speak negatively upon it, but that looked to be much more serious than just a sore hamstring from OG Anunoby. He did not come back in the game. He was immediately ruled out. And as we know, OG Anunoby is a guy that's not going to play unless he is 100% healthy. Maybe that changes with the implications that are on the line. Knicks need him back. There's only so many injuries this team can overcome. There's only so many, and I'm not sure this is one of them. But I'm not going to doubt this team. Because all they do, when adversity is thrown in their way, they pick their feet up, they keep their feet up, hit them down, and they keep on trucking. Give me an OG in the chat. Hopefully, he can be back ready to go for this series or maybe once in the playoffs. Thank you, OG. The Knicks do not win this game without you. What you did in that first half offensively, OG, when Jalen got hurt, you saved the New York Knicks today. This guy right here, man. This guy right here. There will never be another New York Knick that wears number 11. Leaves the game. 3:30 left in the first. Has a sore foot. A sore right foot. Does not return for the second quarter. And 54 years ago today, I believe that's correct. 54 years ago today, Willis Reed came walking out of the tunnel for Game 7 at the Garden in the NBA Finals. And 54 years later, Jalen Brunson walks back out onto the Madison Square Garden floor for the second half, and the world's most famous arena is on their feet, showering him with MVP chants. And that's exactly what he played like in that third quarter and in that fourth quarter. Do you remember how many points he had at halftime? 5 points at halftime for Jalen Brunson. Clearly hobbled, not even close to 100%, being double-teamed by the Indiana Pacers anytime he crossed half court. Bucket after bucket after bucket, man. Tough shot after tough shot. Mid-range. Game. Unbelievable. Back to the basket. Tough fall away, Jay. Good. In the lane. Fouled and one. Got it. He has a sore right foot. He said he feels fine. He's never going to tell you he's hurt. This team is special, man. This team is special, and this guy saved New York Knicks basketball. He saved New York Knicks basketball. We're lucky. We're lucky. And we are extremely blessed that we get to watch this guy put on the orange and blue every single night. We are lucky. Give me an 11 in the chat. We'll talk more about Josh Hart, Dante DiVincenzo, Precious Achua, Isaiah Hartenstein, and the fraud that Rick Carlisle is around the corner. But first, I got to give a huge shout out to today's sponsor, PrizePicks. Go to prizepicks.com/CLNS. Use that promo code CLNS, and PrizePicks will match your first deposit up to $100. All you do is put $100 into your account, use the promo code CLNS, and they'll match your first deposit up to $100. You create a lineup of 2 to 6 players, and you simply choose more or less on their projected stat line. NBA, NFL, college football, basketball, MLB, NASCAR, so much more. But now, with the NBA action heating up, is the time for you to get hooked up with PrizePicks. Go to prizepicks.com/CLNS. Promo code CLNS. It's daily fantasy sports made easy. You pick more, you pick less, you play PrizePicks, you win big money, and when you withdraw your winnings at any time, support the show, support the sponsor. Be a real one. Josh Hart, man. Josh freaking Hart. You got to have heart. And if this team didn't have heart, they wouldn't be playing still. He was terrible in the first quarter. 4 turnovers, 5 in the first half. But when that clock hit that third quarter, he just turned it up to another gear. He just turned it up. And he continues to keep on trucking. He is the number 2 player in the NBA in rebounds. He's averaging 12.7 rebounds in the playoffs this year. He gives you 19 points, 15 rebounds, 7 assists. Knicks couldn't get in their offense with Jalen Brunson hobbled, bringing the ball up. You get 7 dimes from Josh Hart. OG Anunoby goes down. You need someone to guard Pascal Siakam. Josh Hart does it. TJ McConnell starts to get loose again. Josh Hart does it. Thank you, Jay Wright. Thank you, Villanova. Because it's not just Brunson, it's not just Hart, it's also Dante DiVincenzo. 2 games in a row. 2 games in a row, Dante DiVincenzo shows up in a major way on the offensive end and the defensive end for the New York Knicks. With Brunson hobbled, not playing in that second quarter, only 6 minutes in the first half, they needed somebody else to score and put the ball in the basket. And here comes Devo. 3 after 3 after 3 after 3 after 3 after 3. Backdoor cut after backdoor cut. Got to the lane, laid it up. And what about that one play? I don't remember if it was the first half or the second half. Josh Hart drives behind the back pass to a cutting Dante DiVincenzo from the weak side. Reverse layup, English off the glass, 2 points for New York. These dudes are just soldiers, man. Never say die, never quit, and I'm going to keep fighting, and I'm going to make you tap out. It's in their DNA. It's in the team's DNA. Major shout out to the Nova Knicks. OG Anunoby was magnificent prior to the injury. They needed somebody to lean on offense, and it wasn't just kick it to OG's hitting a 3. He's running out in transition. No, this was OG Anunoby, triple threat, top of the key, getting a screen from Hartenstein, looking like Brunson, keeping the defender on his back, walking his opponent down to the lane, kissing it off the glass with the left, kissing it off the glass with the right, step back midi when you over pursue, got to the line a couple of times, and he lined up 4 triples and knocked them in. I hope he's okay. I hope he's okay. Because the Knicks need him. Isaiah Hartenstein, man. Isaiah Hartenstein. Diving on the floor in the fourth quarter to save a loose ball that bounces off of Halliburton. They did the things that the Indiana Pacers were not willing to do to win this game. Hartenstein was great. Needing to be a little bit stronger on the defensive glass. Hard to nitpick anybody after tonight's game. But the Knicks, if they're going to win this series, they can't be out-rebounded on the offensive glass by the Indiana Pacers. Hartenstein was awesome. Seemed to be a little better on the defensive glass. This guy's averaging double digits in the playoffs. That dotted line push shot has become a weapon for this New York Knicks offense. He also gave you 8 dimes. At times when you didn't have a point guard and no Brunson, and Brunson couldn't crack the code because he was hobbled and he couldn't get into the paint, Hartenstein, backdoor feed after dribble handoff after dribble handoff. Found a cutter here, found a cutter there, found an open shooter. Unbelievable game from Hartenstein. And Precious Achua. He had some bad plays. You know what? It's okay. He didn't get back on defense a couple of times. But he was great. 8 points, 5 rebounds, 3 offensive. He hustled. And he gave you grit. The Indiana Pacers shoot 52% from the field and 44% from three. They beat you on the offensive glass, and they lose by 9 in a game where OG Anunoby did not play in the fourth quarter, and Jalen Brunson played 6 first-half minutes. How do they win a game in this series? Siakam, nothing. Turner, nothing. Nembhard, really good. Halliburton, really good for a half. He had 12 points in the fourth quarter. And you know what changed the game? When Tyrese Halliburton got into the game in the fourth quarter with 7 minutes left, and TJ McConnell was subbed out. That is now 2 times that Rick Carlisle, NBA champion head coach, has benched TJ McConnell for Tyrese Halliburton. Both times it came back to bite him in the ass because McConnell was playing better than him. All I would say is, I hope you keep doing it. I hope you keep benching TJ McConnell in the fourth quarter. Knicks don't have an answer for him. Guy had 10 points and 12 assists in how many minutes? 22 minutes. He was great. Again, Indiana's bench, great. You get 10 from McConnell, 11 from Shepard, 20 from Obi Toppin, 41 bench points. 46 bench points. And they lose. Like, if you are the Indiana Pacers, you are looking at everybody in the locker room saying, how do we win a game? 2 times you've gotten almost 50 points off the bench. You shoot above 40%, and you lose. This comes back to Hart. Comes back to Dog. Comes back to who won it more. And who's got the better coach. And Tom Thibodeau is running laps around Rick Carlisle in this series. Rick Carlisle, continue to complain about the refs. Continue to put Andrew Nembhard on Jalen Brunson. And please continue to play Tyrese Halliburton in the fourth quarter over TJ McConnell. If you do that, you're going to be heading to Cancun pretty soon. So proud of this team, man. This is the win of the season. I don't think there's a game this year that has painted the picture of New York Knicks basketball more than this one. Knicks aren't supposed to win games when they score 100, when they give up 121. They have to score 130. Got 6 minutes from Brunson in the first quarter. No minutes in the fourth from OG Anunoby. And on top of that, no Mitch Robb, no Julius Randle, no Bojan Bogdanovic. Alec Burks had to play first half minutes. And you win. And you win. And you win. Job's not finished. You don't get to the conference finals by winning 2 games. You get to the conference finals by winning 4. Go steal one in Indy. Let's close them out in Game 5 at Madison Square Garden. If you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel. Hit that thumbs up icon. And once we get more injury updates on Brunson and on Anunoby, we'll get you guys another video. So sub for Dubs. Turn on your noties. And let's go Knicks!